Good afternoon, I'm Charles Lejano. This is One News Now. The government has instructed hospitals to increase their bed allotment for COVID-19 patients, following reports that several medical centers in the metro have reached full capacity. The IATF is also urging patients to go to isolation facilities if home quarantine is not ideal. To give us more details, we have Greg Gregorio reporting live from Mandaluyong. Greg, what do you have for us?
Charles, the Interagency Task Force for the Management of Emerging Infectious Diseases, or the IATF, again discouraged home quarantine for individuals who do not have enough space at home. In a press conference in Taguig this morning, IATF testing czar Vince Dizon said there are three factors to consider when it comes to home quarantine. The patient must have his or her own room, must have exclusive use of a bathroom or toilet, and there should be no senior citizen or pregnant woman in the household. If any of these criteria isn't met, the IATF suggests that the patient should check in at an isolation facility. Dizon says it is called Oplan Kalinga and is imposed to prevent COVID-19 at home. They have also obtained the commitment of LGUs to oversee the transfer of patients. Over the last 2 days, 50 individuals from the Votas were transferred to the Mega Ligtas isolation facilities at the World Trade Center, Philippine Arena, and Philippine International Convention Center, while around 40 patients will be transferred from Malabon today. Dizon assures the public that the country has enough beds for patients, as the current utilization rate in these facilities is just around 55%. Health Secretary Francisco Duque III also instructed Treatment Czar Leopoldo Vega to implement a navigation system for mild patients to free up more hospital beds that are meant for severe and critical COVID-19 patients. Regarding the announcement of certain private hospitals that their COVID beds have reached full capacity, Duque instructed both private and government healthcare facilities to increase allotment beds for coronavirus patients by 10%. Now, after inspecting Taguig's health facilities, the IATF commended the local government for building a 550-bed capacity isolation to bolster the city's COVID-19 response. Charles, the IATF also announced that the country has reached 1 million actual COVID-19 tests today. However, authorities still can't say if this would warrant implementation of modified general community quarantine over the metro starting July 16. Charles?
Right, that's some good news. Additional capacity over at Taguig, but then we are closely monitoring the shift in the quarantine status here in Metro Manila. Could you run us through the factors that will actually be considered by the IATF in deciding whether or not to move Metro Manila to MGCQ? And based on what we know, what do you think is going to happen?
Charles, just a quick clarification on the 550-bed capacity of Taguig. This isn't finished yet, but the government assures that this would help their response against COVID-19. And now, when it comes to the factors being considered by the IATF, among the factors that the IATF has considered in the past are the case doubling time and the utilization rate of isolation facilities regarding COVID-19 pandemic measures. Now, with the case doubling time, we have more than a week before the number of cases doubles, and Duque says we still have enough beds for COVID-19 patients. Even with this, the IATF says they can't just say yet if MGCQ is already possible. DILG Secretary Eduardo Año mentioned earlier that the IATF is yet to meet later today, and then they will just submit to the President their recommendation, and it will still be the President who will decide if MGCQ will be implemented over the metro in the coming days. Charles?
All right, thanks for that, Greg. That was Greg Gregorio reporting live from Mandaluyong. Here are other stories we are keeping our eyes on. Reacting to U.S. State Secretary Mike Pompeo's statement, calling Beijing's claims and aggressive behavior in the South China Sea as unlawful, the Chinese embassy in the Philippines says the U.S. should stop interfering in a dispute that it is not directly involved in. The embassy says the situation in the area has remained stable and peaceful. And the office also warned the Western superpower against, quote, attempting to sow discord between the Middle Kingdom and its neighbors. COVID-19 cases within the PNP's ranks continue to rise. As of July 13, the number of confirmed cases in the organization has breached the 1,200 mark after 134 new cases were recorded overnight. And sad news for Glee fans, Ventura County authorities in Southern California are confident that the body recovered from Lake Piru is that of missing Glee actress Naya Rivera. Rivera went swimming with her 4-year-old son 5 days ago. The boy was found sleeping in a rented boat, but Rivera was nowhere to be seen. Rivera's son later told authorities that his mom had helped him get back onto the boat, but when he turned around, he saw her disappear underwater. For more updates, follow News 5, the Philippine Star, and Business World online. You can also visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis, and you can catch One News on the Signal Play app. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I'm Charles Lejano. We are One News.